Mortal here with top 8 duelists. What's your name? What you play?
Hey, this is Michael Lee. I got 6th place at the Lubbock Regional in the Tier 0 format, playing the fire deck known as Salamangreat.
Ooh, okay.
So just to preface, I haven't played locals in like half a year. This deck is complete theory. I've never actually played this against another human being until today. It's pure simulator in theory.
Okay.
Alright, but yeah, let's get into it.
Okay.
Start out with 3 Flame Buffalo, 3 Gazelle, 3 Spinny, standard 3-Os, the 1 Foxy, the 1 Jack Jaguar, the 1 Weasel. This helps play around Nibiru.
Okay.
The 1 Salamangreat of Fire. This is a potential Mirage Dalio target. It is also a circle target to search. You don't want to play 3 because this deck goes into Wicked, and you also want the options to potentially go into SP or other cards that aren't fires.
Gotcha.
The 1 Falco, the 1 Tiger, and the 1 Beat Bison. This outs Horus because you can just negate everything they have face up. So the reason why I'm playing Flame Buffalo instead of Lady Debug is because the goal of this deck is utility. Okay, so some of you might get this reference, but when it comes to itemization, you want to complete legendary items for the passive and active that it grants you. It's not about the stats, right? So if you build Balmy Cinder, the passive Immolate, you already have essentially the full item. You don't need to finish Sunfire Cape, you don't need to finish Hollow Radiance. Verdant Barrier also essentially gives you the item. You finish the legendary item for the passive, for the utility, not necessarily the stats. If you want stats, just build the other components. This deck already has a solved 1-card combo. 1-card combo gets you Roar, 2-card combo gets you Rage. The advantage this deck has over, let's say, Fire King is the utility. The way I won a lot of my games is because these 1-of cards, this toolbox, gives me a lot of utility. So, like, when I play against Spear Snake Eye, they will play, but they won't necessarily kill me or negate everything, and I'll just play into their board. And over time, they just run out of things. Like, you can activate Flamberge, summon as many level 1s as you want, but you're eventually going to run out. And just the Promethean itself is not enough to crack open Salad. And I'll just take over the game with the utility.
Okay.
Lady Debug gives you a bigger end board. I know people are searching Will and using the effect to summon 4, you can end on Baron or SP, but the goal is not to increase the end board. If you want a big end board, play Fire Kings, right? That's like stats. 1 card, the most amount of stats.
True.
Even though this deck doesn't give you the most stats, it's the utility, right? You normally summon Buffalo, they go IP, make SP, banish the Buffalo, because that was at 3, you can still play. It's the utility that matters.
True.
So to finish it out, 3 Circle, 3 Mining, the 1 Field Spell. Exceed is alright. I just needed another extender in the deck. And going second, I usually slide all of this out. It's really weak against Promethean. If you make a Link Summon and you try to use Exceed or just Promethean pop it, and it won't resolve. It's also really weak against like a lot of spot removal. But going first, this allows you to push through hand traps. It just gets, like, the whole purpose is just to get you to Promethean and to Link 4. I don't even play like Dweller or XYZs.
Okay, interesting.
The 1 Charge, the 2 Roar, because the 2-card combo, you reset the Roar with its own effect, so it's banished when it leaves. So the second one is just there in rotation. The 1 Rage. The Charge is very important because it's additional recycling, and also lets you recycle banished. So even though your salad cards are banished, you can now recycle them. So it's an extra layer. Oftentimes when Charge is engraved, use Falco to reset it, especially if you don't have enough extra deck to just get it back. So for the staples, the 2 Fenrir, this is just, once again, utility. In the hand trap back and forth, this card is really good. It's king. It outs like random floodgates, and just really good and simplified. And for the staples, I am playing a lot less than what most people are running in their fire decks. I'm only playing 8 hand traps. Normal distribution, you're going to open 1. The reason why is because going first, playing 16 hand traps or 15 staples is not optimal. Because if you open 1 starter and 4 hand traps, and your opponent opens 4 engine cards and 1 hand trap, you're losing. When you're going first, you don't want that many hand traps. So some people side going first cards like Solemn Judgment or Floodgates, but I think Engine is better for going first. But if I'm playing Engine, you probably just main deck instead of sided. So 40 cards in main.
Alright, nice. Gotta love to see it.
Alright, going to the extra deck.
Okay.
It is very tight. 2 Balinks, 2 Sunlight Wolf, 1 Heat Leo. There's a lot of continuous spells that you want to get rid of right now. Like there's Barrier, there's Sark. and the 2 Blazing Phoenix. The 2 Wolf and 2 Phalanx is very tight. That's why I play Charge. But extra deck space is very important, especially once we get Code of Soul, as we have to play the other Pyro Phoenix, as we can relink it. The 1 Rochdalio, the Promethean Princess. This is how you play around Nibiru. There are tutorials on YouTube. Just search up Salamangreat Nibiru and they'll let you know how it is. This lets you search for Weasel.
Oh wow.
The SP, the Hida, which you play in the Fire Mirrors. This, people probably know the combo by now. It lets you search Ash right now. It can also summon Buffalo to draw 2. But after Code of Soul comes out, that's the other option. You just summon Code of Soul with it. And it's a lot less restrictive because with searching Ash, you have to make sure Stalli's on field. But with Code of Soul, you can just summon it for free.
Nice.
And the last card is the Typhon. It's actually decent. It's not the best, but it does out non-targeting. And it stops Flamberge, and it lets you stall the game until you can just take over with your grinding utility. For the side deck, we've got 2 Droll, 3 Bell. I didn't play against Labyrinth, so it's whatever. 2 Ogre, 2 Nibiru.
Oh, you like Ogre?
Ogre was pretty good against Centurion. It's just you want a diversity of hand traps. With my current lineup, my entire side deck is hand traps. With my current lineup, I have 16 hand traps after the side deck for every single matchup. That gives you a normal distribution of 2, which is what you need. And just play this card. There's no explanation. Just play.
Yeah.
Like, it's becoming popular now. I'm not the only one playing it anymore. But just being able to get a clean hit. A lot of the fire decks have 1-card combos, but they also get stopped by 1 card. And the chances of them opening multiple 1-card starters is like equivalent to the chances of them opening bricks as well, right? So it's just math. And the last card inside is the Baguska. So the theory behind this is against the non-fire decks, you side out the Hida for the Baguska. And the non-fire decks are usually the decks that are playing D-Shifter, and that's where Parallel Exceed comes up. If you're playing against Flu and they D-Shifter you Exceed and you just end on Baguska. If you're playing against Voiceless Voice, I don't know if they play Shifter. Maybe, like, if they do, you can do it. Even against Voiceless, like, Baguska is just good. They just all get put into defense.
Sure.
I know some Pearly players also play Shifter, and, like, even without Shifter, like, Pearly doesn't have any fires, and Baguska just hits everything.
Okay.
And that's the deck.
Alright. Anything else from you?
Shoutouts to Austin, shoutouts to College Station, shoutouts to LS, and shoutouts to Denny Vu for doing Bortle's deck profile.
Appreciate it, bro. Alright, Bortle out.
Bortle here. Just want to give a quick shout out to Denny Vu behind the camera. I'm filming these Texas Lubbock regionals, aka YESSSS Lubbock. My goodness, I couldn't make it, sorry. Catch you next time at the 3v3 Las Vegas event, post Phantom Nightmare. Oh god, yes. Bortle out.